Hello, my name is Dina and welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I will be talking about my honest review about the Invest Your Talent in Italy scholarship as the IYT winner in 2022. And so I will talk about the pro and cons of the scholarship, that not many talk about it, and also the overall experience that I have about this scholarship, and also in terms of tips. So I will mention to you some cons also, but there are things that you could anticipate for the cons. Okay, so in terms of the pro and cons, I think there are a lot of different points that maybe you need to take note of. A very fast application process. So like I have mentioned before, for the IYT, it's super fast. It took only 4 months, 4 to 5 months, and also the requirements aren't that many. It was the video essay, 1 minute, CV, English proficiency, or in transcript. Yes, so I guess there are 4. And an additional bonus if you have the Italian language proficiency, that's great. Second positive point is you are not obliged to go back to your home country. And third is, okay, we get 900 euros per month for a total of 18 months. And the fourth one is free tuition fee, and this is quite obvious. You don't need to pay anything for the tuition fee, except for just one-off fee, which is 150 euros, and that's it. Fifth pro points is the fact that you are obliged to do an internship there. Now, I say this as a pro, and maybe this can be some people might have a different opinion about this, but I see it as a pro because for my course we are obliged to do an internship anyway, so it is aligned with my study course program. You are obliged to have an Italian bank account. Now, I see this as a pro point because first, it makes it easier also for you to manage your finances because you have a physical bank branch that you can consult to whenever you have problems about the card, about the bank account, in comparison to those who are using, most of my friends are using Revolut or Wise, which are very, very useful actually. They're, I think, yeah, they don't have the monthly fee, it's 0. So basically you can just put your money and you're not losing money from it. But it doesn't have a physical branch where you can go there and print your bank statement, for example, or consult if you lose your card and stuff like that. Seventh pro point is that you will get a good support from the IYT staff and also from the IYT awardee in your year. So I got the support from the IYT staff throughout my first year because they were it's just one person. She texted me on WhatsApp every now and then to ask about the status of my internship, like, hey, have you applied? What can I help you? And sometimes also the IYT actually refers you to the company that they work with. So sometimes if that company have an internship vacancy, then they read your CV and they think that it fits them, then they will contact you. So it happened to me once. There was one product design company who contacted me, and it was actually really useful to know that, okay, IYT has links that they can actually help find me an internship too. But at the end, I didn't take the internship because I found a better offer in another one. Okay, next is the cons. And the first cons is it's very competitive. Since it's gaining popularity, the Invest Your Talent Italy scholarship, a lot of people applied. So the number of Indonesian awardees in my year were only 3 people. And I also read that there are only a total of 65 awardees, and it's spread across, I have to check how many countries in total. And second cons point is the age limit. So it has an age limit of the awardee for maximum 26 years old. And when I applied, I was 26. So it was my last shot, and thankfully I got through it. But it was also a bit nerve-wracking knowing that it's my last chance, because if I didn't succeed, then the next year I will not be eligible for the scholarship. So keep that in mind. Okay, third important cons is that, as I have mentioned in the ProPoint, the scholarship covers 18 months out of the total 24 months that you would probably spend for your master's here. And so then that means that you would need to cover the rest of the 6 months. The 6 months is not covered because the IYT committee does not see it as the month that you're productively studying, so it's basically the summer holiday, and so that's why it is on you, the cost of your living cost during these 6 months. And I would say if someone asked me how much then I would need to prepare to cover the 6 months, it depends. For me, my answer would be it depends on how much you're willing to spend for your living cost. Because, okay, so I have 4 options that I prepare for you to choose according to your financial capacity, and also in terms of how much you're willing also to spend monthly. So the first option is you spend 675 euros per month, which is basically the number that you get when you divide the whole scholarship money and then dividing it by 24 months. And so basically 675 means that when you receive the money from the scholarship, you're not going to spend the whole 900 per month, but you're just going to spend 675, which is some part of it, and then you save the rest, and then it keeps on accumulating every month, and by the time that you reach the summer holiday, then you have that savings for you to survive during those periods. Second option is when you spend 900 euros per month, which is what the scholarship gives you initially for how you spend it every month. So basically then it's easy. You can multiply 6 multiplied by 900 and you get 5,400 euros, and that's how much you need to spend. You need to prepare for that gap. Third option is when you spend 1,000 euros per month, and in that 1,000 there 6 multiplied by 1,000, so 6,000 euros. And also, since the scholarship money might not be enough if you're willing to spend 1,000, if you need to spend 1,000 for your living costs, then that means it's 18 months times 100, because that's an additional 100 that you need to get out of your account, and it's 1,800, so the total is 7,800 euros. The fourth option is when you spend 1,100 euros per month, so that means that you will spend 6,600 euros from your own bank account for that 6 months gap, and also add an additional 18 times 200, which is 3,600, and the total is 10,200 euros. So think about it. All of these 4 options are very flexible and possible depending on your financial capacity. The other cons related to the previous cons is how, okay, so the scholarship is reimbursement system. So basically they will give the money on December. So for my case, I arrive in Milan on September, and then I got the money on December. So basically I didn't get covered in that period of September, because that is classified as their summer holiday period, and so the study counts as, starting from October. So October, November, December, 3 months. And the IYT scholarship gives the money every 3 months. So I get the money on December, and then I get the money on March, and then I get the money on June. That's it. And the next installment, the next reimbursement is on December of that year, and then it continues again the next March on the next year, and then June. So keep this in mind, that means that you would need to prepare money for the first 4 months of your life in Milan. So this really depends again on the options that I presented to you earlier, how much that you are going to spend monthly for. And also in this note, I need to tell you a very important information. So other than the living cost, you would need to prepare yourself for a one-off spending. So this is the permesso di soggiorno, which is the residence permit, and let me check my note. And this costs in total about 150.96. So let's say it's 160 euros. And that's the first thing that you need to do also, because you need to have a legal status living in Italy after your visa expires. And the second thing that you need to spend is the insurance. So basically it depends on what type of insurance, but mainly there are two types. It could be the private insurance. For me, I took WAI and it cost me 130 euros. And there's also the national health insurance from Italy, and it costs 150 euros. But it's increasing this year, so I don't know the number exactly for that one. But let's say 130 for the private insurance. And then transport 1 year subscription is 200 euros, depending on where you live, but assuming that you live in the MI1 part of Milan. So in terms of deposits, so maybe this is something that you would spend before going to Milan. So it's something that you need to pay to your landlord for a security deposit. And it's usually 1 to 2 months of your rent, and this will be returned after you finish renting in that place. So keep that in mind, because usually it really depends. For me, it took me 2 months of rent, and it was quite a lot, and it took about like 1 month of living expense, so you need to count that. Okay, the other cons is that you would need to prove that you have an internship position. You've landed an internship position in a company for your renewal. And that means that you would need to apply for internship after living in Milan for like 4 months. Why? Because from my personal experience, I would need to prepare my applications 6 months before my internship starts, and also before the deadline of the renewal, which is July. So I had to start sending my CVs, my application on January, and that means that I have 6 months gap before starting my internship. And even then, it's a roller coaster ride. But I would say that overall, even though it's a really long process and quite challenging, I think you have the support that comes from the IYT scholarship committee, and also from the other awardee. You have an informal WhatsApp group with them, and you can share your struggles also there, like, hey, I haven't found an internship, what about you guys? Or like, some also I think struggled also to fulfill the deadline, and they were able to kind of prolong it, but it really is case by case basis. So at least there's a social support group where you can confide your worries or doubts about, and have your answers from there. And also there's the IYT staff who are accompanying you along the way, so you're not alone in the whole process, and they're asking how they can help you and checking up on you in general. This is for me, my personal experience, and it will be different, of course, with my friends, and it really depends on lifestyle, a lot of different personal preferences. So it's just a disclaimer, I'm not generalizing the amount of spending for students in Milan. I'm showing you my personal expenses. Okay, my fixed living cost consists of first my rent. It costs me 510 euros per month. It is all in, the utility fee, internet, the condominium fee, and everything is included. And then phone credit, which is 10 euros per month. I use my TIM, and so far it's amazing. I have 70 gigabytes of internet every month, which I couldn't finish. I just use like 10 gigabytes per month, and it's amazing. And then the third one is food and grocery shopping. So I do my grocery shopping every month, every week, and usually it's like 30 euros per week, and so 120, and then 80 euros is for sometimes if I want to eat out. So the total of that is 720 euros, which is a fixed cost for me. And so the rest it depends on you, for social life, for traveling, for anything else, for gifts, for other things other than the fixed cost. It depends on you how much you want to spend. So overall, my verdict. So as an IYT scholarship awardee in 2022, overall I think it's a positive experience being an awardee. I think IYT is an amazing opportunity for internationals who wants to study in Italy with a scholarship that is covering 85%. 75 to 85% of the total spending. And if you have the financial capacity to pay for the first 4 months here and to pay for the gap between the period that you study, and that's 6 months that are not covered by the scholarship, then I think this is the perfect scholarship for you. The second point is I think that it's an amazing opportunity for those who are planning to work abroad after finishing their masters. It's the perfect opportunity for you to transition from being a student to an employee in Italy or even Europe and beyond. Okay. Third, I think it's a relatively easier option and faster option than other types of scholarships that I have tried to apply to. Like I've mentioned, governmental scholarships, they give a very good amount of money. In case of the Indonesian government scholarship, which is LPDP, that you can also check out, they will give you 1,100 euros per month, fully funded, and some other extra funds to cover your settlement fee and a lot of things which are really good. I think you don't have to spend any money, but they are very competitive. They have a very long process. You can apply both, like IYT and those governmental scholarships, and see where it leads you, which one that is your path. Okay, so a closing note, I would say thank you very much for watching, and I hope that this video is super useful for you. And also I wish you the best of luck. If you're applying for the IYT scholarship right now, it's still open until the 1st of March 2024. And yeah, you could also reach out to me whenever you have any more questions that you'd like to ask. You can reach out through the comments section, through my LinkedIn or Instagram. So, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I would like to hear your thoughts on this video in the comment section, and let me know what you think about it. And I'm thinking of making lots of more videos about IYT, about life in Milan and Polimi, abroad in general, if you like these type of content. So yeah, see you in the other videos.